Hello, my name is Ashton Calico, and for Project 3, I chose a theory from Chapter 10, and it is the Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs theory. Okay, so a little bit about Abraham Maslow. He lived from 1908 to 1970. He went to the University of Wisconsin. That's his alma mater. And then actually when he was at Cambridge University, he actually had a mentor of Alfred Adler. So Maslow, he's known for his theory, which got named the Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. And basically what this theory is, it is based on fulfilling innate human needs in kind of like a priority, like a level order. And eventually those levels, those priorities end with the top level of self-actualization. So when I was looking for like a picture that would best describe everything about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, this one was probably my favorite. I really liked this when I came across this. Because, up here gives you a little bit about Maslow. So that Maslow was the one who studied the human qualities and the human needs. And I drew a little kind of animated picture of Maslow down here. And then so the first level, because what his needs do, it's built as in like a pyramid. And so you have your base is physiological, and then these all build up to the self-actualization. And the way Maslow put it was that one really isn't filled, like you always start with the base, and once that's filled, then you work your way up. So the first level is physiological, and this is like the human needs of breathing, food, water, sleep. And then we have our second level, which is safety. That's like your security. For older people, that's employment, your uses of resources, health, safety of the family. And then you have the third one, which is love and belonging. So that's going to be friendship, family, intimate relationships. And then you have the fourth level, which is self-esteem, confidence, respect, and achievement. And then finally, the fifth level in the top of the pyramid is self-actualization. And this is what all of these four lead to. And this is like morality, you get creativity, problem solving, acceptance of facts. And over here, it also describes self-actualization as like, this is the motivation where a person can reach their full potential. So the first level, okay, so physiological needs. So this is the most basic needs for our survival. So this will always be the first need that motivates our behavior. So this is, once again, food, water, breathing, sleep. So in a classroom, when I talk about all these different levels, I also mentioned the things that I think about in a classroom, how these connect to teachers and students in the classroom. And so for this one, to me, like, this is what could be separating children from having excellent scores in behavior. This need right here, especially in low poverty schools, because this is going to be the need that children are worried about 24/7. Those children who they may not know where their next meal is coming from. They may not know if they're going to be able to sleep well because they don't know if they're going to be in a bed tonight. This to me, so that's why, like, as a teacher, sometimes it's nice to have, assurance for these kids that some of these things could be met, because if these aren't being met, you're not going to have their attention in class. Like, they're not going to be worried about math or writing. They're going to be worried about, how do I get food next? How am I going to go to sleep tonight? Am I going to be safe? This is what I think can really, make a big line that separates children from being great students, because some of them are worried about these needs when they shouldn't have to be. And so that leads to the next level of needs, which is safety needs. And so that's like the security of body, resources, employment, and the safety of family. So, the children in our class, are some of these children in class, worried about where they're going to go after school? Is it a home that they feel safe in? Is it even a home at all? Is it somewhere else? Are they going to feel safe there? Are they homeless? And the safety of the family. Are they having to look out and take care of younger siblings? This is why each children, they're different. All their needs are different. And I think we as teachers really have to do our best to make sure, we try our best to make sure that we're doing whatever we can to help these needs be met in some way, whether that's giving at least information off to the next upper authority so that they can help these children, or whether it's, giving them a small snack pack to go home so that they're not worried about some food later on. And so then here's the third level, third step, which is love / belonging need. And so this is those friendships, family, or intimate relationships. But in a classroom, I'm more worried about the students. Like, are they developing friendships? Or as a teacher, am I seeing them, they kind of sit, by themselves. They're not involved. We want to make sure they're involved, that they have that they're making friends in the class, they're making friends in the grade. And at home, like, are they feeling wanted? As a teacher, am I looking at my parents and like, do I have involved parents? Do the parents care about their child's work and what is going on at school with them? And so then the fourth level, that is the esteem level. And so this is where that self-esteem comes in, do they feel good about themselves? Do they have confidence in themselves to be good? Do they have confidence in what they're doing in school? Are they showing respect to others? And do they have respect by others? So that's as a teacher, this is what I would look for. Are they showing respect to others, like the classmates, teachers, principal, other school staff? But also, are they receiving respect in return? Are they being heard? Are they being treated equal? Are classmates, are they having a hard time, are there bullies on them? And are they confident in the work that they do? Are they just turning in work just to be done with it? Or are they actually confident in what they're doing? We as teachers, we need to make sure that they do feel confident to want to read when it's, when we read aloud in class, and it's their turn, they want to read. They want to be able to share their answers. We want to develop that confidence in them. And so then that comes to the fifth level. Now we're at the fifth level, which is self-actualization. And so this is like morality, creativity, problem solving, acceptance. This is people having the motivation to reach their full potential. And so in a classroom, like, for students to reach this, okay, do students believe that they can be whatever they want to be? When they come into school and they've thought about their life, like, they're thinking like, what, I can be this when I get older. I can do this. Not just like, no, I'll never amount to anything. Like, I'm a nobody. We don't want that, because that's not self-actualization. So, do they show their originality? And do they understand the differences in right and wrong? Do they actually see that difference? And so then we also have self-actualization. I also want to talk a little bit more about that. This is like where you find a meaning to life that is important to you. And so a person is always becoming. They're never static. So they are fulfilled in doing what they are capable of. Each individual is unique. So for some, maybe creating art, like they realize that's what they're meant to be in life. Maybe it's have to do with sports. Maybe it's doing something in the classroom where, being in the classroom and being successful in the classroom, that's what they're all about at this point in their life. Or is it something business? And I really like the explanation of this. Self-actualization. It's like that happily ever after moment in your life. And it can happen different times. It doesn't always just have to happen like at one specific point. It can happen different times in your life. But I like that, the happily ever after moment in your life. So also what I wanted to say about his hierarchy of needs is that, so the first four that we talked about, those are deficiency needs. And then the top is known as a growth need. Deficiency needs, they arise due to like deprivation. So the motivation to fulfill those, they're going to be stronger the longer they're not met. So, when you're hungry and you still don't get food, you're going to be even hungrier. And then, Maslow's, like, this hierarchy of needs has changed through the years. It's been updated, it's been, modified, through the years. And so, in the beginning, he kind of structured it pretty rigid. But then he stated that the levels are not as rigid as he first intended. So the order of the needs might be flexible based on external circumstances or individual differences. But most behavior is multi-motivated. It's not just one need that's causing this behavior. It's going to be multiple needs. Okay, and then there are my references. Use the textbooks, and then I found this article from simplypsychology.org, which is a great website. Thank you.